The brutal truth about money. Money is not emotional. People are. That's where everything breaks. Most people don't stay poor because they lack opportunities. They stay poor because they misunderstand money at a fundamental level. Money is not a reward for hard work. It never was. Money is a reward for value exchange. If you understand this single sentence deeply, your entire financial thinking changes. Hard work in isolation means nothing. Millions of people work harder than you every single day and still struggle. Why? Because effort without leverage does not scale. Money flows toward problems that hurt, solutions that save time, systems that repeat, skills that compound. Money does not flow toward effort, struggle, or intention. The market does not care how tired you are. Most people were taught a dangerous lie: work hard and money will follow. That statement is incomplete and misleading. The real sentence is, work hard on the right leverage and money may follow over time. Why people stay stuck financially? Not because they're lazy, but because they operate with broken mental models. They believe income comes from time, security comes from jobs, risk is dangerous, skills are optional. Every one of these beliefs is outdated. The modern economy does not reward time, it rewards outcomes. A person who solves a $1 problem gets paid pennies. A person who solves a $1,000 problem gets paid thousands. Same effort, different leverage. The first shift you must make. Stop asking, how can I work more? Start asking, how can I create value that scales? Scalable value is the foundation of online earning. Online earning is not magic, it's simply leveraged value delivery. You create something once, it reaches many people, it keeps working. That's it. But before skills, systems, or strategies, you must fix your relationship with money. Money is a tool, not an identity. Most people attach their self-worth to income. This causes fear of trying, fear of failing, fear of starting late. Money becomes emotional, and emotion destroys rational decisions. Financial growth requires emotional neutrality. You don't chase money, you build systems that generate it. Why online earning is misunderstood? Because scammers dominate the conversation. They sell speed, they sell shortcuts, they sell fantasies. Real online earners rarely speak loudly. They don't sell urgency. They don't promise timelines. They don't guarantee income, because real money is built quietly. The real advantage of online earning. Not freedom, not lifestyle, not laptops or beaches. The real advantage is control. Control over skill development, income sources, time leverage, growth direction. When income depends on one source, fear controls decisions. When income comes from skills and systems, clarity replaces fear. The reality nobody likes hearing. Online earning takes longer than advertised, but lasts much longer than jobs. Jobs pay fast, but stop when you stop. Systems pay slow, but continue. This script is not here to excite you. It's here to reprogram how you think about money, because skills come after mindset. What this full script will teach you. Over the next sections, you'll learn how money actually moves online, what skills create income without hype, how beginners realistically start, why most people fail silently, how to build income ethically and sustainably, how psychology controls earning potential, how to think like someone who compounds wealth. No shortcuts, no fake motivation, only systems, logic, and truth. This is not for people chasing fast money. This is for people who want lasting income. How money really moves in the digital economy. Before learning how to earn online, you must understand where money actually comes from. Most people fail because they chase methods without understanding flow. Money online does not appear randomly. It moves through systems. The digital economy is not new, only faster. The same principles that governed money 100 years ago still apply. Supply and demand, value exchange, trust, distribution. The internet did not change the rules, it changed the speed and reach. In the physical world, reach was limited. In the digital world, reach is infinite. That single difference is why online earning exists. Money follows attention, but only temporarily. You often hear, attention is the new currency. That's only half true. Attention attracts money, but attention alone does not keep money. Trust keeps money. A viral video can get attention, but only trust converts attention into income. The 3 digital money flows. Every online earning model fits into one of these. Direct exchange, skill to client to payment. Leveraged exchange, product to many buyers to repeated income. Network exchange, platform to users to shared value. If you understand these 3 flows, you can decode any online business model. Flow 1. Direct exchange, skills. This is the most realistic starting point. You trade time and skill for money. Examples: writing, editing, designing, consulting, technical services. This is not passive, but it builds foundation capital, money and experience. Most beginners should start here. Why? Because skills create confidence, market understanding, and cash flow. Flow 2. Leveraged exchange, assets. This is where scalability begins. You create something once, it sells multiple times. Examples: digital products, templates, courses, tools, systems. This requires upfront work. Income is delayed, but leverage increases. Flow 3. Network exchange, platforms. This is the hardest but most powerful. You build infrastructure that connects people. Examples: marketplaces, communities, subscription platforms. High trust, high responsibility, high long-term payoff. Why most people choose the wrong flow? They want leverage before foundation. They want passive income without skill. They want income without responsibility. This causes failure. The correct order is skill to leverage to network. Skipping steps creates fragile income. The role of trust in online money. Offline, trust is built through presence. Online, trust is built through consistency and delivery. People pay online when promises are realistic, results are repeatable, communication is clear. Trust is not built by claims, it's built by behavior over time. Why online earning feels hard at first? Because you are invisible. No reputation, no proof, no momentum. This phase is unavoidable. Every successful online earner went through it. The mistake is quitting during invisibility. Invisibility is not failure, it's the entry fee. The digital economy rewards specialists. Generalists struggle online. Specific value wins. Helping everyone helps no one. Instead of asking, how do I make money online? Ask, what specific problem can I solve repeatedly? Clarity creates income. Confusion creates procrastination. Reality check. Online earning is not easy, but it is fair. If you learn real skills, deliver real value, stay consistent, results follow. Slowly, then faster. This section gives you the map. Next, we talk about skills that actually pay online, not trends, not hype. High-income skills that actually work online.
Forget lists with 100 online earning ideas. They confuse people. Real income comes from a small number of skills that are consistently valuable. What makes a skill valuable online? A skill pays well when it solves an expensive problem, saves time or increases revenue, is difficult to automate completely, improves efficiency or clarity. Skills that meet these criteria survive economic changes. Skill number 1, communication that converts. This is not talking well. This is the ability to explain complex things simply, influence decisions ethically, reduce confusion, build trust through clarity. Copywriting, sales communication, negotiation all stem from this. People don't buy products, they buy understanding. Skill number 2,
Analytical thinking and problem decomposition. Online earners don't guess, they analyze. They break problems into parts. This skill applies to marketing decisions, business optimization, financial planning, and system building. Those who think clearly earn consistently. Skill number 3, technical adaptability, not coding alone. You don't need to be a programmer. You need to understand systems, how platforms work, how tools connect, how workflows function. Adaptability beats deep specialization early. Skill number 4, research and information filtering. The internet is noisy. People who can filter signal from noise become valuable. Research skills power market analysis, product validation, and strategy development. This skill separates professionals from amateurs. Skill number 5, financial literacy, non-negotiable. Many earn money but stay poor because they don't manage it. Understanding cash flow, expenses, reinvestment, and risk is more important than earning fast. Why skills beat methods? Methods expire. Skills adapt. A person with skills can change industries. A person with methods panics when trends die. The beginner mistake, trying to learn everything at once. This creates overwhelm. Pick one primary skill, develop it deeply. Depth creates income faster than shallow variety. How long does skill development take? Realistically, 3 to 6 months functional competence, 6 to 12 months market confidence, 12 plus months leverage opportunities. Anyone promising faster is lying. The skill to income bridge. Skills alone don't pay, application does. The bridge is consistent use in real situations. You must apply before you feel ready. Fear stops most people here. Fear of being bad, fear of rejection, fear of starting late. These fears are normal and irrelevant. The market rewards action, not confidence. Confidence comes after action. Online income reality. You will make mistakes. You will undercharge. You will feel slow. That's the cost of learning. But skill-based income is resilient. It doesn't vanish overnight. Next, we go deeper. We talk about how beginners realistically start earning without capital or hype. Realistic beginner paths, no capital, no illusions. Most people never start because they believe they need money, experience, or connections. They don't. They need direction and consistency. The truth about starting with zero. Starting with nothing is not a disadvantage. It forces clarity. People with capital often waste it chasing shortcuts. When you start with zero, you choose skills carefully. You learn faster. You focus on fundamentals. The first goal is not freedom. The first goal is proof. Proof that you can exchange value for money. Once proof exists, confidence grows. Path 1. Skill for payment model. This is the safest entry point. You identify one skill. You offer it to people who need it. You get paid. Simple, not easy. Key rule. Do not aim to be the best. Aim to be useful and reliable. Path 2. Problem-solving services.
Many people don't need perfection. They need solutions. If you can reduce pain, you have value. Examples: organizing data, improving clarity, streamlining workflows, fixing inefficiencies. Path 3. Microservices. Small tasks, clear outcomes, lower pressure. These build momentum. Momentum matters more than income early. Why beginners fail at this stage? They overthink. They wait for readiness. They compare themselves to experts. Comparison kills progress. Everyone starts invisible. How to get your first opportunity? You don't wait to be discovered. You reach out. You communicate clearly. You show willingness to learn. The market rewards initiative. Pricing reality. You will underprice at first. That's normal. The goal is experience, not optimization. As skill improves, pricing improves. Common beginner fear. What if I fail? You will. Failure is feedback. No feedback means no growth. Time investment reality. Early earning takes time. Evenings, weekends. It feels slow, but it builds leverage. Why consistency matters more than speed. Small actions repeated beat intense bursts. Online income compounds quietly. The transition phase. Once income becomes consistent, you shift from survival to improvement, from effort to efficiency. This is where many stop. They get comfortable. Growth stalls. Next section explains why people plateau and how to break income ceilings. Why most people plateau and how to break income ceilings. Almost everyone who starts earning online reaches a wall. Income comes in, confidence grows, then nothing. Weeks pass, months pass, same income, same effort. This is not bad luck. This is a ceiling. Why income plateaus? Plateaus happen when skill stops improving, effort stops scaling, decisions stay comfortable. Most people confuse stability with success. The comfort trap. Once basic needs are met, urgency disappears. People stop learning deeply. They stop experimenting. They stop taking calculated risks. Growth dies quietly. Income is tied to value density. Income grows when you solve harder problems, you reduce larger pain, you increase impact. If income stalls, value stayed the same. The first ceiling is time for money. At the beginning, income depends on hours. This always caps earnings. Breaking this ceiling requires leverage. Types of leverage that actually work. Skill leverage, becoming better, faster, more accurate. Process leverage, systems that reduce wasted effort. Outcome leverage, getting paid for results, not time. Why people avoid leverage. Leverage requires responsibility. If you're paid for outcomes, excuses disappear. Many prefer safety over growth. The second ceiling, fear of change. What worked once feels safe, but markets evolve. Those who don't adapt get stuck. Growth requires periodic discomfort. Breaking the plateau practically. Ask yourself, what problem do I solve now? Can I solve a bigger version? Can I reduce time to outcome? Income follows better questions. Learning never stops. Plateaued earners stop learning. Growing earners stay curious. The hidden skill, decision-making. Better decisions create better outcomes. Most decisions feel uncomfortable before they feel smart. The truth about scaling. Scaling is not doing more, it's doing less of what doesn't matter. Plateau is a signal, not a failure. It means you've outgrown your current model. Change is required. Next, we'll talk about psychology, fear, procrastination, and self-sabotage. This is where many lose the battle internally. The psychology that decides who earns and who quits. Two people can have the same skills. One succeeds, one disappears. The difference is not intelligence, it's psychology. Fear is the real opponent. Not fear of failure, fear of exposure, fear of judgment, Fear of being seen trying. Most people would rather stay stuck than feel embarrassed. Procrastination is emotional protection. People don't procrastinate because they're lazy. They procrastinate to avoid discomfort. Uncertainty feels dangerous. Online earning is full of uncertainty. That's why few succeed. Perfectionism is disguised fear. Waiting until ready is avoidance. Readiness is built by action. Why motivation fails. Motivation is emotional. Emotions fluctuate. Systems don't. Those who rely on motivation quit. Those who rely on systems progress. The comparison trap. Online, you see finished results. You don't see early chaos. Comparing your beginning to someone's middle kills momentum. Self-sabotage patterns. Avoiding outreach, delaying launches, underpricing, overthinking. These feel safe but keep income small. The identity shift required. You must stop thinking like, I hope this works, and start thinking, I will adjust until it works. Emotional discipline beats talent. Talent without discipline collapses. Discipline without talent grows. Learning to sit with discomfort. Discomfort is not danger, it's growth. Those who tolerate discomfort longer outperform others. The confidence myth. Confidence does not come first. Competence does. Confidence follows action. The real mental skill. Consistency without excitement. This is rare. This is powerful. Why many quit quietly. Not because they fail, but because progress feels invisible.
Invisible work feels pointless, but compounding is invisible until it isn't. Next, we'll talk about money management and reinvestment. Many earn, few build wealth. Why most people earn but never get rich. Earning money is not the same as building wealth. Most people learn how to make money. Very few learn how to keep, grow, and multiply it. That's why income increases, but life doesn't change. The illusion of more income. People think, if I earn more, my problems disappear. They don't. Expenses rise, lifestyle expands, stress follows. Without structure, higher income only increases pressure. Wealth is built in the gap between what you earn and what you spend. This gap is where freedom is created. Most people destroy the gap early. Lifestyle inflation is the silent killer. As income increases, better food, better devices, better comfort. None of these are bad, but timing matters. Spend too early, growth dies. Why rich people feel boring. They delay gratification. They reinvest when others consume. They build assets quietly. The 3 uses of money. Every dollar should have a job. Stability, safety buffer. Growth, reinvestment. Enjoyment, controlled reward. Most people skip number 2. Cash flow first, freedom later. Freedom without cash flow creates anxiety. Build reliable income before chasing freedom. Reinvestment is the accelerator. Reinvest into skill improvement, better tools, efficiency, learning, not luxury. The debt trap. Bad debt steals future freedom. Debt limits flexibility. Flexibility is power online. Why savings alone is not enough. Saving protects, it doesn't grow. You need systems that generate income. Wealth is predictable behavior repeated. No dramatic moves, no emotional decisions, just consistency. The long-term mindset. Wealth grows quietly. The loud phase comes later. The biggest mistake earners make. They stop thinking like builders. They settle. Income is a tool. What you build with it matters. Next section. How to transition from earning to ownership and assets. The real shift. From earning to ownership, the real upgrade. Earning money keeps you alive.
Ownership gives you leverage. Most people stay earners forever because ownership feels risky and slow. But ownership is where real wealth forms. What ownership really means? Ownership is not just property or businesses. Ownership means control over income sources, rights over outcomes, assets that work without constant input. If income stops when you stop, you don't own, you rent your effort. Why ownership feels uncomfortable? Ownership delays reward. There's effort first, results later. Humans dislike delayed gratification. That's why few choose this path. The transition phase, critical stage. This is the hardest phase. You are earning, but still building. Time feels stretched. Energy feels limited. Many quit here. Common ownership assets online. Not hype, real assets. Digital products, skill-based systems, automated workflows, intellectual property, repeatable processes. These take time to build but scale. Why most avoid asset building? Because assets don't give immediate validation. No likes, no praise, no fast money. Only quiet progress. The patience premium. Those who wait earn more later. Those who rush earn less forever. From labor to leverage. Early income is effort-heavy. Later income is thinking-heavy. You reduce physical effort and increase decision quality. Ownership requires clear thinking. No emotional decisions. No urgency-based actions. Ownership punishes impulsiveness. The risk myth. Ownership feels risky, but long-term dependence on one income source is riskier. Why this shift changes everything. Once assets exist, income stabilizes, decisions improve, stress decreases. You stop chasing, you start directing. Ownership is a skill. It's learned. Nobody starts knowing it. The quiet truth. Every wealthy person crossed this phase. Most people turned back. Next, we'll talk about time, energy, and sustainable work rhythms, how to last long enough to win. Time, energy, and long-term sustainability. Most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they burn out. The hustle lie. Working endlessly is not strength, it's poor strategy. Energy is a resource. Wasted early and progress dies. Why burnout happens online. No clear boundaries, no visible progress early, constant comparison, emotional pressure. Burnout is psychological exhaustion, not physical. Sustainable growth is boring, and that's why it works. Small daily actions, clear routines, minimal drama. Time is not equal. 1 hour of clear thinking beats 10 hours of distracted effort. Protect focus. The power of deep work. Shallow work fills time. Deep work builds assets. Energy management tops time management. Work when your mind is sharp. Rest when it's not. Ignoring energy creates mistakes. Consistency beats intensity. Intensity burns out. Consistency compounds. Why long-term thinkers win? They pace themselves. They plan for years. They don't panic. Rest is strategic. Rest is not laziness. It preserves decision quality. Mental health matters in earning. An unstable mind makes poor financial choices. Calm creates clarity. Work rhythm over work hours. Predictable rhythms build trust with yourself. Longevity is the advantage. The person who lasts wins. Next section, how to spot real opportunities and avoid traps. How to identify real opportunities and avoid scams. The internet is flooded with opportunities. Most are illusions. You must develop the ability to separate signal from noise. Red flags of fake opportunities. Guaranteed returns, Nothing online is guaranteed. Anyone promising fast, effortless wealth is lying. Pressure tactics, limited spots, act now. Fear sells, don't fall for it. Vague systems, no clarity, no process, just buzzwords. No proof of consistent value. Look for actual track record, not testimonials. How real opportunities behave. Transparent processes, realistic timelines, repeatable results, clear value exchange. If these exist, the opportunity is worth exploring. The skill of opportunity assessment. Ask, does this solve a real problem? Is the value proportional to effort? Can it scale or repeat over time? Does it require integrity to succeed? High-quality opportunities are rare. That's why they pay well. Most people chase easy, low-value shortcuts. This creates a saturated, low-paying market. The too good to be true rule. If you feel excited first, skeptical second, step back. Reverse your emotional reaction. Skepticism first, excitement second. Emotions cloud judgment. Logic protects wealth. Opportunity versus distraction. The hardest skill, doing less of what is trendy. High-value opportunity equals low noise, high impact. Early warning signs of poor ventures. Overcomplicated systems, unrealistic learning curves, promises of passive income without effort. These are distractions, not paths to real income. Developing your radar. Experience trains intuition. Small experiments, feedback, judgment. You will recognize patterns over time. The safety net principle. Never put all energy or time into one untested method. Diversify early, commit later. Next section. How to scale income ethically and realistically. True online earning mastery. Scaling income ethically and realistically. Earning is the first step. Scaling is the second. But scaling too fast kills trust, efficiency, and sustainability. The core principle of scaling. Scale only what works. Systems that deliver results, skills that create repeatable value, processes that are reliable. Scaling untested methods is chaos disguised as progress. Step 1. Measure before scaling. You cannot scale what you don't understand. Track income per task or product, time spent per unit, conversion or results rate. If numbers don't make sense, scaling will fail. Step 2. Build repeatable processes. Repeatability is the foundation. Templates for work, checklists for tasks, standard operating procedures. Processes reduce errors and increase output without burnout. Step 3. Protect integrity. Ethical scaling matters. Never oversell, mislead, or compromise value. Short-term gain destroys long-term trust. Step 4. Gradual expansion. Incremental scaling beats explosive growth. 10% improvement is sustainable. 100% overnight is fragile. The quiet compounding approach always wins. Step 5. Leverage skills, not just time. You cannot scale income purely by working more hours. Instead, automate what can be automated. Delegate what can be delegated. Systematize repetitive tasks. Leverage multiplies effort without multiplying fatigue. Step 6. Keep learning while scaling. Scaling reveals weaknesses. You will discover bottlenecks, skill gaps, and inefficiencies. Address them immediately, don't ignore. Step 7. Diversify wisely. Never rely on one client, one platform, or one skill. Diversification protects income against volatility. Step 8. Maintain psychological balance. Scaling increases stress, fear of losing clients, pressure to perform, overwhelm from complexity. Stay disciplined, focused, and emotionally neutral. Step 9. Build a feedback loop. Income, analysis, adjustment, improvement. Scaling without feedback equals compounding errors. The hidden advantage of ethical scaling. Trust grows alongside income. People respect reliability. Repeat clients increase. Referrals multiply. Ethical scaling compounds faster than aggressive shortcuts. Next section. How to create multiple income streams online without burnout or hype. Scaling income ethically and realistically. Earning is the first step. Scaling is the second. But scaling too fast kills trust, efficiency, and sustainability. The core principle of scaling. Scale only what works. Systems that deliver results. Skills that create repeatable value. Processes that are reliable. Scaling untested methods is chaos disguised as progress. Step 1. Measure before scaling. You cannot scale what you don't understand. Track income per task or product, time spent per unit, conversion or results rate. If numbers don't make sense, scaling will fail. Step 2. Build repeatable processes. Repeatability is the foundation. Templates for work, checklists for tasks, standard operating procedures. Processes reduce errors and increase output without burnout. Step 3. Protect integrity. Ethical scaling matters. Never oversell, mislead, or compromise value. Short-term gain destroys long-term trust. Step 4. Gradual expansion. Incremental scaling beats explosive growth. 10% improvement is sustainable. 100% overnight is fragile. The quiet compounding approach always wins. Next section. How to take your multiple income streams and add stable growth to make them a coherent strategy. Multiple income streams, balance and reality. Relying on one income source is the fastest way to stress, stagnation, and risk. Multiple income streams are not about doing more work. They are about strategic allocation of skills and systems. The principle of income diversification. Think like this. One income is fragile. 2 incomes is safety. 3 incomes is leverage. 4 or more is freedom. Each stream should complement, not complicate. Stream type 1. Direct skill-based income. This is your foundation. Freelancing, consulting, microservices. Advantages: immediate feedback, direct payment for effort, learning opportunities. Disadvantages: time-intensive, limited scaling if unmanaged. Stream type 2. Leveraged assets. Create once, sell repeatedly. Digital products, templates, tools, frameworks, online courses. Advantages: scalable, passive over time, builds authority. Disadvantages: requires upfront work, income delayed until marketed effectively. Stream type 3. Revenue from systems or automation. This is where multiplication happens. Automated workflows, subscription-based services, membership communities. Requires process and reliability. Reward: long-term recurring income. Stream type 4. Strategic investments. Not gambling, not risky schemes, real investments that grow silently. Low-cost index funds. Reinvested profits from online work. Skill-enhancing tools that generate returns. The balancing act. Never overstretch. Too many streams early equals scattered focus equals burnout. Start with one, stabilize, then add strategically. The beginner mistake. Thinking multiple streams equals instant freedom. Reality: early streams are unstable. Focus should be on one strong income pillar. Diversification comes after foundation. The long-term formula. Build a primary income source, create one leveraged asset, gradually automate or reuse systems, add secondary income streams, reinvest consistently. Psychology of multiple streams. Diversification reduces fear, stress, and dependency. When one fails, others support. When one grows, you scale faster. Freedom of choice increases. The ethical edge. All streams must maintain value and integrity. Profit without ethics is unsustainable. Next section. How to think like a compounder, applying the same logic to income, skill, and time to create lasting financial growth. The compounding mindset for long-term wealth. Most people think financial growth is linear. They expect earn, spend, repeat. That's why income stagnates. Reality, wealth is exponential, not linear. Wealth compounds when skills improve, systems multiply effort, income is reinvested wisely, time is respected. Even small advantages repeated daily snowball into massive results over years. Compounding works in 3 areas. Skills. Each skill builds on the previous one. Small daily learning creates exponential competence over time. Income. Reinvesting even modest earnings increases future returns. Let profits grow before spending them carelessly. Time and energy. Efficient use of your mental and physical energy compounds results. Protect it like the scarce asset it is. Why most people don't compound. They chase trends. They focus on immediate reward. They ignore fundamentals. Compounding requires patience and restraint. The beginner's error. Thinking they need massive initial success to start. Truth, small, consistent wins matter more. The psychological advantage of compounding. Builds confidence gradually, reduces fear of risk, creates momentum silently. Momentum beats motivation. The role of reinvestment. Every dollar, hour, or skill improvement is a seed. Money reinvested equals larger earning potential. Skill invested equals faster problem solving. Time invested equals better decision making. Ignore reinvestment equals stagnation. Long-term mindset rules. Focus on small, meaningful daily actions. Avoid shortcuts that undermine foundation. Track progress, not vanity metrics. Accept invisible growth, results come later. Protect psychological and financial capital. The margin of safety principle. Even when things go wrong, savings plus multiple streams plus systems equals resilience. Compounding continues silently in the background. This creates a buffer against chaos. The real advantage of patience. Those who persist quietly outperform hype chasers. Slow, disciplined growth beats
Rapid, unstable bursts. Wealth is built in months and years, not weeks. Compounding in practice. Focused skill building, mastery, premium earnings. Reinvest income, scale, asset creation. Time management, efficiency, longevity. Everything multiplies quietly over years. Next section. We move into actionable frameworks, how to structure your daily, weekly, and monthly routines to maximize income, skill, and compounding growth. Daily systems and frameworks for maximum financial growth. Ideas alone do not create wealth. Execution does, and execution requires systems. Why systems beat motivation? Motivation is fleeting. Systems repeat consistently. Motivation, I feel like working today. System, I do the work whether I feel like it or not. Wealth favors the consistent, not the emotional.
The core daily routine for earners. Morning focus, 1 to 2 hours. Skill building or learning, strategic planning, research trends and opportunities. Execution window, 3 to 5 hours. Apply skills to income-generating work, focused client or project sessions, deep work, no distractions. Reflection and adjustment, 30 to 60 minutes. Track income, results, and tasks. Identify inefficiencies. Adjust systems for better performance. Energy restoration. Sleep, nutrition, mental reset. Prevent burnout. Preserve clarity for compounding. Weekly systems. Review metrics. Evaluate income, skill progress, and outcomes. Plan tasks. Focus on high-value activities for the week. Skill deep dive. Allocate 2 to 3 hours to learn or refine a skill. Opportunity check. Identify potential scalable projects or streams. Consistency compounds faster than random bursts of effort. Monthly systems. Income analysis. Track trends and identify bottlenecks. Skill upgrade. Invest in courses, books, or experiments. System optimization. Automate repetitive tasks. Network and mentorship. Connect with relevant people for collaboration. The hourly value principle. Ask every hour, is this hour building skill, income, or compounding value? If yes, keep going. If no, adjust immediately. Time is your most leverageable asset. The feedback loop. Daily to weekly to monthly to quarterly. Review systems, identify high-impact areas. Remove low-value distractions. Compounding is not accidental, it's engineered. Mental systems for consistency. Neutralize fear. Treat setbacks as feedback. Detach emotion from income fluctuations. Reinforce small wins consistently. These mental systems protect you from burnout and stagnation. The 80-20 rule applied. Focus 20% of tasks that create 80% of value. Avoid 80% of noise that wastes time. Apply across skill building, earning, and reinvestment. The safety net system. Always maintain a minimal cash buffer. Keep one skill actively monetized. Maintain at least one leveraged asset. This prevents panic and ensures compounding continues quietly. Next section. We go deeper into risk management, ethical growth, and scaling sustainably, the section that prevents most earners from losing everything. Risk management and ethical scaling. Making money is one thing. Keeping it, growing it, and scaling safely is another. Most online earners fail not because they can't earn, but because they mismanage risk. The biggest mistake beginners make. They chase every opportunity without evaluating downside. They assume, if it works once, it will work forever. If someone else made money, I will too. I can figure it out later. This is how income vanishes overnight. Step 1. Evaluate risk before action. Ask, what can go wrong? How much do I stand to lose? Can I recover from a failure? High reward without risk assessment is disaster waiting to happen. Step 2. Never overcommit early. Avoid putting all time, money, or energy into one untested method. Build one strong system before adding others. Diversify streams, skills, and clients gradually. Step 3. Ethical scaling is non-negotiable. Shortcuts may seem profitable, but damage long-term sustainability. Overpromising leads to loss of trust. Misleading tactics destroy reputation. Cutting corners may yield fast money, but kills leverage. Ethics equals compounding trust equals compounding income. Step 4. Scenario planning. Best case, what happens if everything goes right? Normal case, what happens with expected outcomes? Worst case, what happens if things fail? Prepare responses for each scenario. This reduces emotional mistakes. Step 5. Protect your core assets. Skills, keep learning to stay competitive. Income, maintain multiple reliable streams. Systems, document processes, automate where possible. Reputation, deliver consistently. Losing any of these can collapse growth instantly. Step 6. Reinvestment versus consumption. Reinvest profits first. Spend on growth second. Reward yourself moderately but never excessively. This ensures compounding continues safely. Step 7. Avoid debt and over-leverage. Debt is a silent killer for online earners. Interest drains future income. Pressure increases stress. Mistakes become catastrophic. Only take controlled, strategic risks. Step 8. Monitor and adjust. Scaling is not set and forget. Weekly reviews track income, tasks, and systems. Monthly audits check efficiency and opportunities. Quarterly strategy plan next growth steps. Constant vigilance prevents stagnation and losses. Step 9. Accept small failures early. Small failures teach more than early success. Adjust your methods. Refine systems. Avoid catastrophic mistakes later. Think like an engineer. Iterate, test, improve. Step 10. Long-term mindset rules. Short-term greed leads to mistakes. Focus on sustainable systems. Respect time, skill, and trust. Build gradually. The bigger picture protects you from volatility, mistakes, and burnout. Next section. We'll discuss how to maintain mental clarity and resilience while growing multiple streams, because long-term earning is as much psychological as technical. Mental clarity, resilience, and long-term earning. Earning online is easy compared to staying consistent for years. Most people quit not because they fail, but because their mind gives up first. Why mental clarity matters. Confusion kills action. Overthinking kills momentum. Fear kills risk-taking. You must maintain mental clarity to make better decisions faster. Step 1. Accept the invisible work. Real earning is mostly invisible. Building systems, learning skills, refining processes. These are not exciting. Patience is required. Understand that compounding is invisible until it isn't. Step 2. Manage fear and anxiety. Fear appears as, what if I fail? What if I'm too late? What if I'm not good enough? All valid emotions, all manageable with perspective. Step 3. Build emotional resilience. Accept setbacks as feedback, not judgment. Reframe challenges as opportunities to learn. Recognize that income fluctuation is normal early on. Resilience equals the ability to persist quietly. Step 4. Avoid decision fatigue. Too many choices equals stagnation. Prioritize high-value decisions. Automate or delegate repetitive tasks. Use checklists for predictable systems. Step 5. Focus on what you can control. Skills, time allocation, systems efficiency, value delivery. Ignore what you can't control, market noise, hype, or external validation. Step 6. Reinforce positive habits. Daily action beats motivation. Reflection beats panic. Learning beats guessing. Habits compound faster than talent. Step 7. Maintain perspective on income. Short-term fluctuations are not failure. Compare yourself to your past, not others. Long-term trends matter far more than immediate results. Step 8. Protect your energy. Mental and physical energy are finite. Avoid unnecessary conflicts or drama. Build routines that enhance productivity. Step 9. Celebrate small wins.
Small wins reinforce consistency. They remind your brain that effort compounds. Motivation becomes natural over time. Step 10. Long-term mindset rules. Wealth is built quietly with invisible effort. Income grows when you think like a compounder. Patience, clarity, and resilience beat speed and hype. Next section, we will move into realistic, actionable strategies for scaling income, compounding skills, and multiplying streams ethically, essentially tying everything together into a practical blueprint. The complete action blueprint for long-term financial success. All the knowledge, psychology, skills, and systems you've learned now converge into a practical roadmap. Step 1. Mindset first. Before earning or scaling, accept that income compounds slowly. Detach self-worth from money. Treat failure as feedback, not judgment. Embrace consistency over excitement. Without mindset, skills and systems fail. Step 2. Skill selection and mastery. Pick one high-income skill aligned with value creation: writing, design, programming, research, strategy, etc. Commit 3 to 6 months to functional mastery. Apply skill immediately in real projects. Refine through feedback. Remember, depth beats breadth early on. Step 3. First income system. Use skill to create direct value. Serve one client or project reliably. Track results meticulously. Reinforce trust and consistency. This is the foundation. Step 4. Build leverage. Once income is stable, convert skills into repeatable assets. Digital products, templates, automated tools. Use systems to reduce repetitive work. Automate or delegate tasks where possible. Leverage multiplies output without increasing effort. Step 5. Diversify income streams. Start with one primary stream. Add one secondary stream after stability. Gradually introduce 2 to 3 more complementary streams. Each new stream should enhance stability and compounding, not create distraction. Step 6. Protect and reinvest. Maintain emergency cash buffer. Avoid bad debt. Reinvest profits into skill growth, system improvement, tools or automation. Reward yourself moderately, but never prematurely. Step 7. Ethical scaling. Only scale methods that have proven results. Protect trust with clients, users, and partners. Avoid hype or misleading shortcuts. Use slow, consistent growth strategies. Ethics equals long-term compounding of reputation and income. Step 8. Feedback loops. Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. Track income, tasks, and results. Identify bottlenecks. Adjust skill focus and systems. Review opportunities for leverage. Consistency beats intensity. Step 9. Mental and physical sustainability. Protect focus. Deep work, not busy work. Manage energy. Rest, nutrition, recovery. Reinforce habits. Daily action, reflection, learning. Accept that growth is invisible before it compounds. Step 10. Long-term growth mindset. Think in years, not days. Treat failures as tiny data points. Protect assets, skills, and energy. Compound slowly but relentlessly. Key takeaways. Money is a tool, not identity. Skills compound, methods expire. Systems outperform motivation. Trust and ethics are assets. Small, consistent actions multiplied over years create wealth. Final reality check. There is no magic. There is no get-rich-quick. There is only patience, intelligence, action, and compounding. Those who internalize this framework will build lasting income. Those who chase shortcuts will quit quietly. Ultimate vision. Picture yourself in 5 years. Multiple streams of income, real skill mastery, scalable systems, mental clarity and resilience, financial freedom built ethically and sustainably. This is not a dream. This is the result of disciplined, consistent action.